How's it going, guys? It is AJ and welcome to another Marquee matchups video. So in this video, it's just going to be a normal Marquee matchups, to be honest. I'm not going to sit here and chat loads yet. Let's get into the video. So I'm just going to be predicting 4 games for the Marquee matchups, which come in this Friday. They normally cut on the Friday, but you know, you never know, VA. So the first game is in the Portuguese League, so what we're going to do, go to the Portuguese League for a start. And it is the game between Benfica and Sporting CP. So with these two, I have actually checked the prices. I can't really work them out. They're quite expensive, but quite cheap. If you go to 600 coins, you can see a goalkeeper, centre forward and a striker. I believe that is roughly it. I don't know, might be one more. But that is pretty much it for 600 coins, and some of them are less, but if you click like clear 600 coins, sorry, you can see they do have a lot of gold players, so a bit stuck on where they actually are at the minute, sort of their prices, so I wouldn't really go crazy with this. You can go and invest in them and stuff, I would do that, but if you can get them for their min price, that'd be great. But I wouldn't go any further than that. I wouldn't spend any more than 1,000 coins unless you're spending money on someone that's worth it, such as Patricio or something like that, or a rare player that's worth around that sort of coinage anyway. So yeah, I wouldn't actually pick them up just yet about that anyway. But with the players, if you can pick them up for their min price, so say, I don't know which one of these is actually min price, as in the rare players. So you go 700, I'll go 750, I'll take that away because there's going to be a few. I've already seen someone, I think it's Campbell I saw. So yeah, Campbell here, probably about 700-800 coins. If you can get him for about 700, brilliant, because he's going to sell for around that even if he is discard. So it's worth getting him, 100% worth getting him. The second one is this guy here, Shalotto. The right back anyway, and right backs are normal, well, right, left back and centre backs are normally high in demand, just because, I don't really know why, defenders seem to be higher in demand than other players, hence why there are no centre backs on here so far. So now we come to a centre back, got Sebastian Quartez, yep, played for Liverpool. That guy, yeah, so it is him. He is around 700 to 800 coins you can win him for on bid. If you snipe him, I wouldn't really go sniping these because it's just easier to get them on bid, because if you're searching for one specific person it might be a bit harder, whereas if you type in like max price, just normal max price, 700-800 coins, you can go bid on them from there. So it's probably worth just doing that. You've got the left back there, another centre back, Portuguese as well. And what I would recommend you do is pick up some Portuguese players, just because these are in the Portuguese league, and what they could do as a requirement, they could say you need 2 players from Benfica, 2 players from Sporting, and the rest need to be Portuguese or something like that. You literally don't know VA, it could be one of 2 things. So yeah, that is the first team, Sporting. Just go across to the left, you've got Benfica. So these are going for around the same price. I'm just going to clear that actually, I've just made a bit of a mistake. So 600 coins. You can see that one guy pops up. I think there might be a couple more. Yeah, you got this guy here, the centre mid and the left mid. And I believe that is it before I mug myself off. This centre back, that could possibly be a snipe, no. But yeah, that's probably it, guys. I wouldn't really go crazy with this, like I said, unless you get them for their min price. So maybe sit here and take away that, because I think they have about 500-600 coins. They have 550 for all of these, so maybe take it down to 450, 450 coins ish, 450 to 500, and just get sniping. Not 15 mil, what am I doing? So yeah, 450 to 500 coins ish anyway, and just get sniping. If you pick one of them up, great, because you're going to get a deal on them eventually when they go through, because as the week goes on, guys, these players will rise up slowly. You may not notice it, but they will rise up. Like these guys could be from 600 coins and they go up to 750. That's 150 coins profit, so you can actually go do that. It's so easy. But what I would recommend doing, the same thing again, 750 coins, go and search that, and you can see that a few players do pop up. They got a couple of rare players. So you got Carrillo, Samaris as well, there's this Fedsa, something like that, a CDM anyway, random. But yeah, what you can do with these, they have a few different nations. I believe Sporting do as well. So maybe just go pick up a variety of players, different positions, different nations as well. The same nation, like Portuguese, go pick up a load of Portuguese people. Go pick up some random ones, because look, they got Peru, they got Greece there, they got Brazil, obviously Portuguese. They got Sweden there. This random Serbia as well. So they've got a load of different nations from this club, and obviously they probably do have a few more from Sporting as well. So it is 100% worth getting a few different players. These aren't really min price. This isn't the best example, that I could have chosen, but that's who I think would be in the marquee matchups. That's why their prices are a bit iffy, they're a bit high, a bit low some places, and they're a bit hard to work out. So that could be why, because that happened last week with a few teams. I predicted 3 out of 4 right last week, which is pretty decent. I have hit a 4 out of 4 when I'm predicting these marquee matchups, but last week's 3 out of 4, sorry, for the marquee matchups, which is pretty decent anyway. So hopefully we get something along those lines this week as well. So this is the first game, just pick them up for min price. That's my only word of advice really. Get some different players, just a variety of players. That's all I'm going to say. Min price and variety of players, as well as sort of using this method of 700-800 coins, searching that and then bid on a couple. Doesn't really matter if you get them for 750-800 coins. Doesn't matter who you get, as long as you get them, because as you can see, if you go 750 coins, not many pop up anyway, no rare players. You might get some towards the end or whatever, but that just shows you guys that they are going for more than that anyway. So if you bid on them for that, good on you, you're going to make yourself some profit. So the next game is arguably the biggest game in the world, and you guys know who that is. It is Barcelona versus Real Madrid. So this I can see being in there, and it's going to be absolutely crazy. Look at this, Barca players already the cheapest. You're looking at over 1,000 coins. You're looking at exactly that. That's Vidal and Digne, or whatever his name is, guy played for PSG, left back and a right back. For 1,000 coins, that is absolutely ridiculous. So midfielders, you are looking at 1.3, 1.2, 1.3k, which is absolutely crazy. You guys can go and invest in these, because I think they will. Well, they have a very, very good chance of being a marquee matchup. If anyone watching this video will agree with me, and I don't know if they'll have many forwards, to be honest, at this price. So they got this guy Alcacer, whatever his name is, and that's probably about it, I reckon. So yeah, that might not be the best option. So you can go and invest in some of these, just as long as you pick them up for their min price. I'm just going to say this again. If I search, say 600 coins, and search that completely, that's it. You can see they have a few non-rare players. Sorry, you've got Suarez, not the real Suarez, Roberto, Digne, and they have that other, not the right back that I said, he was rare, but the keeper, this guy here, Sillerson, I don't really know him, but yeah, you've got a few non-rares that you guys can go and get, and I think that might be about it. But they do have some min-price players, I believe, that are obviously rare, because you have, well, near min-price anyway. You've got Ter Stegen, Arda Turan maybe, Mascherano maybe, and Titi, he is a pretty low player. Rafinha definitely one of them. Obviously PK isn't, but they do have a few. Matia as well. Maybe Gomez is 83 anyway, because a lot of people are investing in 84 rated players. Look at that. I don't get the point in these upgrades. This guy went up a rate, and I understand that he can't go up loads in his actual stats, but pace stayed the same, shooting stayed the same, passing went up 1, dribbling went up 2, defending stayed the same, physical stayed the same. So I don't know, it's just a bit pointless if I'm honest. So I know people say their in-game stats go up and stuff, but why not just put their actual stats up as well? And it makes them look better as well, so people might want to actually get them. Like 83 Kante doesn't do much more than 81 Kante to me. I've had him for a while, now I've got one to watch obviously, which is a bit different, but I don't know. Let me know your opinion if it is completely different down below. But yeah, this is all for Barcelona, to be honest. Just get their min players, their min price players, such as the ones I've just said, and definitely try and snipe some of their other players that you could go. That's a snipe probably. I'm going to not pick that up clearly, but that would have been a snipe. So they're going for about 1,000 coins. So you want to sell them on, see, look, that's dead on 1,000. They're going for 1.1k now. So you want to be, say you sell them on for 1,000, pick them up for 850, that's where the profit's going to come in. Because if you're sitting here doing some sniping, it's Barcelona. A lot of people use Liga BBVA teams, Barca teams, or Liga Santander, sorry, and a lot of people do pack some of these because they are all gold. You don't want to pick up any silvers for any of these teams, because all the games I'm showing you today, they're big teams, they've all got good players, they've all got gold players, so it's not worth doing that at all. But yeah, these aren't actually popping up for me at the minute, so not really the best example. But yeah, what you can do, just switch over to Real Madrid. We all know where Real Madrid is, just at the end, towards the end anyway. But these are going a bit cheaper, I believe. Not much, but about 1,000 coins, just under, about 900 coins. That's for Casilla. And I know Real Madrid have a couple of non-rares, but I don't believe as many. I think Vasquez has got a downgrade. I know that was one there, but you've got Vasquez with a downgrade. Fernandez, if I'm right. Yeah, Fernandez, the centre back, you got his upgrade, you got Casilla, and then obviously Vasquez is somewhere in here, 81 rated. Yeah, there he is. So just those 3 or 4 if you want to count Fernandez's upgrade. But got those players there. They're their only non-rare players, Real Madrid. But once again, these do have a lot of min price players which you can go get. So they are ones that you can get, which are pretty damn cheap. About 900 coins, depending on which one you get, obviously. Morata, pretty cheap. Kovacic, pretty cheap once again. Carvajal's downgraded, but his original one is pretty cheap. That's probably about it on this page. So Asensio, 100% cheap. He's one of the cheapest. Not that card there, but yeah. So he's about 1,300 coins roughly. Danilo's probably cheap. Vasquez is downgrade. No, his upgrade. Sorry, is fairly cheap as well. You guys can go pick these up. We've got Casemiro, also another cheap one. This random guy here, I don't know his name, but he's pretty cheap.
This is great banter.
There are quite a few players that you can actually go and get. You guys can literally pick any of them up. They're easy to snipe, they really are. If you don't want the keeper to come up, then just go and search this, defenders, and you'll see that Fernandez is the only one that pops up. You've got Coentrao and Danilo there, didn't see those, but they're ones that are pretty cheap. So if you go 850, 900, so they're 900 coins you sell them on for roughly. So yeah, go snipe them for under that, get them for min price, and you will be away. So you're looking at about 1.3 thousand coins, which is quite a bit. Wouldn't spend over 1,000 coins unless you are pretty confident. It's up to you, it's your own money, guys. So yeah, that is all my advice for Real Madrid. Just get, well, for both teams, Real Madrid and Barca, get their min price players, go get some non-rare, go get some rare. Wouldn't worry about Spanish players and stuff, just buy players from Madrid and Barca. That's probably the best way to do it. So the next game is in the Premier League, and this is a cup game, as you guys know. If you're a Prem supporter and you actually follow the Prem, there is no Premier League games this weekend. We have the FA Cup, and Chelsea are playing Spurs. Brilliant, because we aren't in, well, I say we aren't in the best form. We lost to Palace a few weeks back and then just bottled it, to be honest. Completely bottled it against Manchester United. Weren't too pleased about our performance, but it is what it is, I guess. So yeah, playing the runners-up so far. Spurs got them in the FA Cup, so that is one of the other games in this marquee matchup. I think it will be in there just because the title race is just between those. City, Arsenal, Liverpool, United. They're all out of the title race, in my opinion anyway. Don't hate me in the comments, but that's what I think. Chelsea, Tottenham, they're the only 2 contenders for the title this season. So yeah, that's who I think will be in there. So it's a big game, and it's also the quarterfinals, which is quite big as well. So cheapest player for Chelsea, Victor Moses, hands down. So I think they only have a few non-rares. So we've got Victor Moses, and that is it apparently. But our cheap players are literally Moses, Musonda's in there as well. Batshuayi is obviously one of our cheap ones. But that is about it for Chelsea. There's not much to it. Just get their min price players. We don't have many non-rare players, as you just saw, but there's not much else to it. You can get a few others. Like if I just quickly clear that and click max price 1,000 coins, so you'll see a few more popping up here. Still got the same old on that page, still got the same old stuff. There's going to be a few like Gary Cahill, Matic and stuff, but you probably aren't going to win those. I just stick with these guys, try and just pick up a couple of those maybe, just because they won't really rise much, especially if you do get Matic or you do get Cahill. They aren't really going to rise as much, so yeah, maybe just stick to these 3. Probably my word of advice, I guess, just because I can't see the others going up, and these are cheap, and the nearest player, like the nearest price to these players is probably an extra like 1,000 coins or something, so wouldn't worry about that. I just stick with Moses, Musonda and Batshuayi just because they're cheap. So yeah, that is it for Chelsea. So we're going to move on to Spurs now. All you need to do, obviously switch to Spurs, and once again they don't have many non-rare players, so 650 coins. You can imagine they've literally got Janssen, I think Wimmer, is Wimmer one of them? I don't know, I'm not too sure on the Spurs ones, to be fair. I haven't really looked at them. You've got Wimmer there, Wanyama, Rose are clearly quite cheap. Michel Vorm I saw there, and I think that might be it for their rare players, non-rare, sorry. You've also got Dele Alli, Sissoko, near on min price anyway. Yeah, I'm just going to quickly clear that and go 800 coins. So they're non-rare players, and some of the rare ones I'll just quickly go through. You got Dyer. I'd pick up players maybe with Chelsea and Spurs, because that's what they could possibly do. It's not guaranteed. Got Trippier there, also non-rare. But yeah, maybe go and do that. It's entirely up to you, or pick up different nations. I don't know, it's hard to predict exactly what they're going to do, so wouldn't go crazy with this game. If you want to do it, by all means you can, but I can't see much, like, many investments coming from this, to be honest. All I'm seeing is Dyer. Like a minute ago I put in 600 coins, I was seeing loads, but there we go. We've got Ericsson, you're not going to win him for that, but Danny Rose maybe, pretty cheap. That is it. Where's like the Dele Alli and all them sort of players? You've got Wanyama, Lamela as well, Heung-min Son, also pretty cheap. Harry Kane, probably not, but yeah, you can get some of these for their min price. Sissoko, definitely one of them, pretty cheap. So yeah, they're the ones you can get. That's all my advice for Tottenham and Chelsea. Just get them min price players, get them for as cheap as you can. Anyway, obviously, if you go max price quickly, clear that, 600 coins, they're there, just about. You've got Jansen, that's probably all you're going to find unless you do some sniping. So I'd just leave that, get some of their non-res for a bit cheaper, maybe 450 to 500 coins, then you guaranteed yourself profit. So the last game is in the Bundesliga. Now, this game is quite a big game in there, I guess. It is the game between Dortmund and Mönchengladbach. As you guys know, it is a Borussia derby. So Dortmund, you know that their players are going to be fairly expensive. They've got a couple here, the Marino, Weidenfeller, and they do have another one, I think it's Ginter or something, he's pretty cheap, I don't know. Park Juhu or something, yeah. That's one of the other ones. I can't really find them. They're quite hard to find when you're sitting here looking. And yeah, so you can find some. If you find some more non-rares, go get them. But they're going for about 550 coins at the moment. So these are quite cheap compared to the Barca and the Real Madrid players. So you can go pick these up. 750. You'll see they have Berkey, Sahin. Those two are the main ones, the main rare players that are cheap. A few of the other non-rares might pop up, like Durm and Weigl as well. So these are all non-rares and rares that you can go pick up. There's not much to it, guys. I'd just go and look. You got Road there as well. I'll just look yourself, see what the prices are like, see which ones sort of look appealing to you, which ones you think will be good. Like this Durm might be a good investment because left and right backs go up a lot. He plays for Dortmund and he's also German, so that could help you in the long run. So I personally, like, my advice is just to look yourself. Obviously take a word of advice from some of the things I'm saying, like pick up some Germans, pick up different nations and stuff. I'm just saying this because it will help you at the end of the day. But yeah, these are some of the players that you can go get. There's not many rares that you can, like no crazy ones anyway, but if you see the non-rares are actually quite high rated anyway, the rares and the non-rares, you've got 78, 76, I think there is a high one, you've got 80 there, and also you got like Berkey and Road and a few others, I can't remember them, that's how bad my memory is, but Sahin as well, they're all 80, 81 rated, so you're not going to need anyone crazy like Götze or bloody Reus or anything. You're not going to need nothing too crazy. Just pick everyone up under 1,000 coins. It's my word of advice, pick everyone up under 1,000 coins. Wouldn't go too crazy with it because the marquee matchups aren't worth that much anymore unless they do bring out something like guaranteed team of the week play like they did last week. Then they went a bit crazy, people did actually want to do it. So yeah, the last team is Mönchengladbach. I can't actually pronounce that, I don't know why, my pronunciation is normally shit, but Mönchengladbach seems pretty easy to me. And you guys can imagine, look, click on here, they got a few rare and gold players as well, so wouldn't worry about getting silvers with any of these teams, any of these games, like I said a minute ago. And I'm sorry if they require some silvers on Friday, but just, I don't know, the chances are that they won't. So 600 coins, only Hazard, Forgan Hazard popped up. And once again, 650, 700 coins, that's all that's coming up is Hazard, so I don't know if they have many non-rare players, so I'm just going to clear that and type in 600 just to see if any pop up. So they got Christensen there, Hoffman, and Hazard obviously, that is probably about it. You got the CDM here, and I can't really see any more. Striker as well, Strobel, and that's probably it. You're not going to find many non-rares for this team, but you can actually go and snipe them. So what you can do, obviously you guys know how to snipe, just take down 500 coins, get searching, and when one pops up, you get it. If you don't, doesn't matter, but you can actually bid on some of these, like I said. So if you take away all of these, go 450 coins, go bid on some of them, you can probably win most of these because not many people are going to go crazy about it. So go and win some of those, and if we go 800 coins, just to see the rare players that are quite cheap. You'll see this Vestergaard, the centre back, Traore, once again Vestergaard. There's going to be a few more. This left back here, Traore, and that other guy once again. There's a couple of them. I know there are because I looked through them earlier, but yeah, they're the ones that are popping up at the moment. If you flick through some of the pages, you might see a couple more. You got this left mid here, but prices might change by the time like the video's out and stuff. So make sure that you go and check the prices. Don't go, oh, he said that 800 coins is their min price. One pops up for 700, and you get it, and they're 700 coins. Don't be disappointed, because I'm warning you just to sort of check the prices before you do anything. So yeah, that's all for the Mönchengladbach and Dortmund game. It's the same for most of them, just because they are pretty similar teams. All of them, they've all got loads of gold, they've all got loads of rare, and they're all a similar price anyway. So just basically go pick up a variety of different players, some different positions, different nations. Don't just invest in one game, invest in them all, because they all have a chance of being in there, especially Barcelona and Real Madrid. They have a big chance of being in there. But yeah, all you can do is just go and search for like 700, 800 coins on the max price, and then just pick up some rare players. And if you want to go non-rare, just snipe at about 450 to 500 coins, pick some of those up, and you should be good to go. So that is all for this video, guys. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like on the video and be sure to subscribe.